I work the night shift at a hotel, and after 3 a.m., someone comes in that the cameras don't see. I've been working at the Hillcrest Inn for almost a year now, and I can safely say that night shifts are the worst. It's not that anything particularly bad happens. Most of the time, it's just a cycle of checking guests in, making sure no one's causing trouble, and scrolling through my phone while fighting sleep. But about 3 months ago, I started noticing something strange. Every night at exactly 3:12 a.m., the front door chime would go off, one of those soft, polite dings meant to alert the front desk when someone enters. I'd glance up, expecting to see a guest, but the lobby would always be empty. The first few times, I brushed it off as a malfunction. Then the elevator would move. The panel behind the front desk, which showed what floor the elevator was on, would light up. It would open on the 3rd floor, stay there for a few seconds, then close and return to the lobby. No one ever got on. At first, I thought I was imagining things. I even checked the security footage a few times. Every time, the door never actually opened. The elevator just moved on its own. That's when I started to get nervous. The first time I saw him. A few weeks ago, something changed. The front door chime went off, and I instinctively looked up. Only this time, the lobby wasn't empty. A man stood near the entrance, just inside the doorway. He was tall, maybe late 40s, dressed in a long black coat. His hair was slicked back, his skin pale as if he hadn't seen sunlight in years. But it was his eyes that made my stomach clench. They were dark, too dark, like his pupils had swallowed all the light. He didn't move, didn't speak. I blinked, and suddenly he was gone. I stared at the empty space where he had just been, my skin crawling. I checked the cameras immediately. Nothing. The door hadn't even opened. But I knew what I saw. Room 306. The next night, I made up my mind. I was going to see where the elevator went. At 3:12 a.m., the door chime went off. My heart pounded as I forced myself to stay calm. When the elevator dinged and slid open, I stepped inside before the doors could close. It carried me to the 3rd floor in silence. The second the doors opened, a gust of cold air washed over me. The hallway was dimly lit, the flickering light above room 306 barely holding on. The air smelled wrong, like mildew and something sickly sweet, almost metallic. I stepped forward, my breath shallow. The door to 306 was slightly ajar. Inside, the room was completely empty. No furniture, no bed, just bare walls and stained carpet. I felt the presence before I saw it. A figure stood in the corner, facing the wall. It was him. My vision blurred, my head spinning. I can't tell the whole story here. Go to the channel to continue listening to the story, link below.